Parishishwara ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Supada Maharani ki jai, Shri Shri Nitai Sachisuta ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Shri Panchatattva ki jai. So today we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 11, depicting the glories of Lord Nityananda's associates. And we are reading this is heavy garland. Wait. A lot of mercy, yeah. So much that it's hard to carry even. Only Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda can make it possible. Yes, so chapter 11, verse 43. It's quite short verse, with short purport. Not so bad because we are short in time. It's an extended kirtan for the Guru Puja. Is it on the screen? Not yet.
We should press.
Press. You please let me know when it is the case. Can start with the word for word. Vishnudas.
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 Sorry, we just repeat the names. Nandana.
Nandana.
Gangadasa.
Gangadasa.
Dinabhai.
Dinabhai.
Purve.
Purve.
Yanra.
Yanra.
Ghare.
Ghare.
Chila.
Chila.
Thakuranitai.
Kuranitai.
43. Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai.
Purve Yanra Kuranitai.
Vishnudasa Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai.
Purve Yanra Chila Thakuranitai.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai.
Please repeat.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai.
Vishnudasa Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Vishnudas Nandana Gangadasa Dinabhai.
Purve Yara Ghare Chilo Thakuranitai.
Purve Yanra Ghare Chila Thakuranitai. Someone else? No? Okay. So Vishnudas.
Vishnudas.
Vishnudasa.
Vishnudas.
Nandana.
Nandana.
Nandana. Gangadasa.
Gangadas.
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 Dinabhai.
Dinabhai.
Three brothers.
Three brothers.
Purve.
Purve.
Previously.
Previously.
Yanra.
Yanra.
Whose?
Whose?
Ghare.
Ghare.
In the house.
In the house.
Chila.
Chila.
Stayed.
Stayed.
Thakuranitai.
Thakuranitai.
Nityananda Prabhu.
Nityananda Prabhu.
Translation.
Haribo.
So enthusiastic devotees here. Another important devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu was Vishnudas, who had two brothers, Nandana and Gangadas. Lord Nityananda Prabhu sometimes stayed at their house. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The three brothers, Vishnudas, Nandana and Gangadas, were residents of Navadvip and belonged to the Bhattacharya Brahmana family. Both Vishnudas and Gangadas stayed for some time with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri, and the Chaitanya Bhagavat states that formerly Nityananda Prabhu stayed at their house. Om Agyana Timirandasya Ananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Runatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Tuna Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tata Kansana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutedevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpataru Yascha Kripa Sindhu Vyayevacha Atitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavani Pashyatya Shatarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The verse again. Another important devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu was Vishnudas, who had two brothers, Nandana and Gangadas. Lord Nityananda Prabhu sometimes stayed at their house. So in this section of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we continue sharing the glories of the expansions of Lord Nityananda. We are talking of directly the associates of Lord Nityananda. And here it is mentioned about these three brothers who were in Navadvip. And so let's try to give a little bit context about this, because very short purport, and by the mercy of Vrindavan Das Thakur and his Chaitanya Bhagavat, I could get a little more understanding of the context and the glories of these three brothers. Amongst one of them, because we are short in time, there is Nandana Prabhu. Do you have in mind some pastime or important episode happening with Nandana Acharya? Do you remember something about him? Yes, Shrimati Nandana.
Nitai met with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
Yes.
at the house of Nandana.
Thank you very much.
Still today you can go there.
Yes. You've been?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're fully blessed. That's why you're so ecstatic in Harinam party. So the Chaitanya Bhagavat, just to refresh, was written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Back then it was named Chaitanya Mangala. But afterwards, when he wrote the Chaitanya Mangala, his version of Chaitanya Mangala, after he realized that Lochan Das Thakur also wrote a book, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangala. And so he decided, out of etiquette and respect for Lochan Das Thakur, to rename it the Chaitanya Bhagavat. And this Chaitanya Bhagavat depicts also the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, and with his eternal associate Lord Nityananda. It's a very blissful book. Every drop of this book is like nectar. Really advise you to give a look at some points, especially before going to Harinam. I thought yesterday when I was reading for it, like, yeah, this is the dose I need to be fully absorbed in this Harinam mood, to share the holy name. So Nityananda Prabhu, let's try to remember also about his entourage. So he was 12 years older than Lord Chaitanya, so he appeared 12 years before Lord Chaitanya. And do you remember the name of his parents? Hadai Pandit, the father. What about the mother? Padmavati. Padmavati and Hadai Pandit had Lord Nityananda as their son. And as you know, the father was very much attached to Lord Nityananda. He could not spare a moment without seeing, without being able to watch Lord Nityananda. Every minute without seeing his son Nityananda was like, it said, a yuga in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. It appeared like a yuga for them, not to see even 1 minute Lord Nityananda. So of course, when Lord Nityananda was requested by this sannyasi visiting his parents' house, it was heartbreaking for his father Hadai Pandit, who just lost consciousness. He hardly accepted, but out of etiquette and culture, he agreed to proceed to the demand of this sannyasi, so that Nityananda can accompany him for his pilgrimage. This sannyasi wanted to go on holy places, and as you know, sannyasis, they are not supposed to touch fire to cook for themselves, right? So they need someone to assist them. And back then, the brahmanas were quite rare, those qualified to serve such sannyasis, because Kali Yuga manifested, no? So Nityananda Prabhu was the perfect brahmana to accompany Hadai Pandit and cook for him and serve him. Sorry, this sannyasi, I say Hadai Pandit, but to accompany this sannyasi, not Hadai Pandit. So Hadai Pandit, after Lord Nityananda left home, just fell unconscious. And for 3 months, he didn't take any food, any drink. 3 months. And he survived. And his body didn't degrade, you know. So the idea is to understand that Hadai Pandit is not an ordinary human being. And he could sustain, it is mentioned like this in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, only by Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Only by his mercy of Lord Chaitanya. In the same way, it is mentioned that we can only obtain the understanding of the importance of Lord Nityananda by Lord Chaitanya's mercy. We cannot get the mercy of Lord Nityananda without Lord Chaitanya. Surprising, no? Because we hear we cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya without getting the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So who is right? There is a contradiction here. But in the same way that Krishna sends us the spiritual master, and then the spiritual master brings us to Krishna, here in the same way, Lord Chaitanya gives us Nityananda, and Nityananda's mercy gives us back Lord Chaitanya, and so on. To the divine couple. So, yeah, very deep book, and helps to go further in the pastime of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. As you may know also, this Chaitanya Bhagavat is commented by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, and his purports are also nectarian. Sometimes he just repeat or paraphrase the verse, you know. You can feel that he's experiencing also this pastime at the same time that he comments them. He kind of experienced them also again, you know. And so wanted to come back to the moment when Lord Nityananda, you know, after making this pilgrimage with this sannyasi, came back to Mathura and to Vrindavan, and awaiting for Lord Chaitanya to manifest his Sankirtan pastimes. He was just wandering in Vrindavan, here and there, and manifesting his Avaduta character. And very difficult to follow full-heartedly and to understand his nature of an Avaduta. It is said that sometimes he was just, you know, going in the Yamuna where there were crocodiles and everyone was fearful. Nityananda, what are you doing? Don't go to crocodiles. There are crocodiles, it's Yamuna River. Or he would go to every Mataji and ask, do you want to marry me? Do you want to marry me? You know, his nature is quite bewildering, especially for devotees. It's like, but he's not saying this person cannot be a devotee of the Lord. He cannot be the Lord himself. It's impossible also, even less. So like Lord Chaitanya has this uncovered nature. He said the hidden avatar. What to say of Lord Nityananda? He's also most hidden. And when he learned that Lord Chaitanya manifested his pastimes in Navadvip, or were ready to start, immediately from Vrindavan, he left to Navadvip. Immediately. He didn't wait anything. But we can wonder, but why Lord Nityananda, being in Vrindavan, waited for Lord Chaitanya to manifest the Sankirtan movement? Because he could do it himself, actually. No? But the thing is that it's a lesson for us. Everything is arrangement and a pastime of the Lord, but here Lord Nityananda is none other than Lord Balaram. And Lord Balaram is an eternal servant of the Lord. He's the form of the Lord, but in the servitorship mood. And he's said to be he is said that he is Anantashesha, serving Lord Vishnu as a bed. He's serving as a paraphernalia for the Lord to be worshipped. He's the Brihad Bridanga, and so always assisting the Lord in his pastimes, not taking his place. So here he was waiting also the Lord to manifest his pastime, to keep humble and servant. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentions that, we should not try to take, this role of being out of false ego or wishing to be a guru. No, we should always assist the spiritual master, assist the Guru Parampara, not try to pretend to be. And here Nityananda Prabhu, in the same mood, just waited that his Lord Gaurasundar manifest the Sankirtan movements. So when he arrived to Navadvip, Lord Chaitanya was there, and Nityananda Prabhu decided to hide. And here we are coming to these three brothers. Nandan Acharya just accepted Nityananda Prabhu at his house. Actually, there are a few pastimes. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya Prabhus all went to his house to hide at some point for different reasons, for different pastimes. And here Lord Nityananda is going to his house for also specific purposes. Nothing is by, chance or mistake. And one purpose is that actually to please and to show who are the empowered devotees to accompany Lord Chaitanya in his Sankirtan movements. Not a random person could understand who was Lord Nityananda and worship him properly. But Nandanacharya could understand who was Lord Nityananda and served him. Another reason is for increasing the feeling of separation, this last moment, when you're about to meet a person that you didn't see for a long time, your devotee friend who was, for 1 month in a pilgrimage in India or somewhere else, or, who is, having a course somewhere or was in another country for family reasons, then you reunion and that tomorrow you will meet him. Like that. The intensity of the feeling is there, increasing. And so then it explodes when the meeting is there. So in the same way, Lord Nityananda wanted to increase this feeling of separation and was hiding. It was instructive also for Lord Chaitanya's servants, and actually, how Lord Chaitanya understood that Lord Nityananda was there, he had a dream. Lord Chaitanya had a dream. And he dreamed that Lord Balaram was coming with a chariot, with a flag and a palm tree on this flag. And was just stopping just in front of his house. And then, like this, he instructed immediately after waking up, he reunited different Vaishnavas in the community. And amongst them were Haridas Thakur and Srivas Pandit. And he expressed this dream that he had and told them, now you please go and find this Nityananda Prabhu. You bring him here. And so Haridas Thakur, Srivas, they start to go to every house the house of Vaishnavas who understood Lord Nityananda, who understood the importance of Lord Nityananda also. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. They went to the houses of all the inhabitants of Navadvip, even they say, even to the houses of atheist people, and they could not find Lord Nityananda. And so they were so disturbed and unhappy with that. Like Lord Chaitanya was unhappy. He started to manifest, the Sankirtan, like the Kirtans with his associate, but he felt that, he was sad, unhappy that Lord Nityananda was not with him. And here, Haridas Thakur, Srivas, they know that he is in the town, but they could not find him. So they come to report to Lord Gorasundar. Lord Gorasundar, what does he do? He just smiles. Say, yes, you cannot find yourself, Lord Nityananda. Only Lord Gorasundar can reveal him. So, great instruction for us that indeed Lord Chaitanya is revealing us Lord Nityananda. And after that, what happens is that there is this this meeting happening between Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, and they are embracing each other. There is a very beautiful description of Lord Nityananda, and they met, and after that we started the Sankirtana movement. It will take a little while to be implemented, but still they will go together, preach the holy name in every town and village, and especially in this Navadvip, in every house to house, Lord Nityananda was doing, and begging people in the house or in the street to just chant the holy name of the Lord, without choosing who is befitting to receive the mercy or not. This combination of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda is actually, most magnanimous, and allowed everyone to get this taste for chanting, for receiving the holy name. And these three brothers that are mentioned in the verse are said to be one of the first recipients of Lord Nityananda's mercy. So, to repeat them, Vishnudas, Nandan, and Gangadas. Gangadas is said to have been a teacher of Nimai, from what I found. And sorry?
Gangadas Pandit?
Gangadas Pandit, yeah. Do you confirm this point?
I don't know if it's the same Gangadas.
Yeah. Two Gangadas, you think they are?
Possible.
Okay. The one that you know is?
This is a teacher of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gangadas Pandit, when he was a young student.
Yeah. The teacher of Nimai, yeah.
It's the same Gangadas? Not sure.
What I heard in a class from Bhaktivedanta Manor, and here it's same. But
also possible.
So these associates received Lord Nityananda Prabhu in their house, and it's actually a great example for Grihasthas how we can also, by putting Lord in the center of our house, be properly worshipping the Lord. When we make altar at home, is a way to welcome the Lord every day, to welcome Him back to His home. It's not our home, it's His home. Shri Shri Radha Parishishwara ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Supara Maharani ki jai, Shri Shri Nitai Sachisuta ki jai. And quite instructive, after some point, when Lord Chaitanya started to instruct Lord Nityananda to go and to preach the holy name in Bengal, what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityananda, one of the first instructions after that would help Lord Nityananda in his mission, quite surprisingly again. First thing he told him, it's like, get married. He said, Lord Nityananda, get married. Why? Why he told him to get married? Because due to his avaduta nature, if he would go in this mood of an avaduta without being married and being calmed by his wife and family duties, showing example of grihastha life to the Bengal society, then they would not take Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood this, and he told Nityananda Prabhu to get married for that reason. Another reason is to ensure there is the lineage continuing after Lord Nityananda. And this tradition will be continuing generation after generation. Do you remember the wife's name of Lord Nityananda? Janava and? Two wives. Because with you mentioned Janava. So Janava, he didn't have children with her, but with Vasudha, he got 2 children. And do you remember the name of the children? Sorry, I'm making you work for you, for helping you not to fall asleep during class, but also that we can remember, make a conscious effort all together. So Ganga Devi is one, and Virabhadra is another one. Virachandra, sorry, no? Virachandra. And so this would ensure the lineage and the continuation of this Sankirtan movement. And we know how important Janava Mata was, in organizing the preaching mission after Lord Nityananda's departure. She played, a very important role and was, considered an acharya. She is considered an acharya, and such a great Vaishnava is such a great example. So, get married. So one reason is about this lineage. Another one is about, channel his avadhuta nature. To also be fitting in the society of Bengal, because they would not accept so easily a sannyas mendicant. They would not take the teachings from him, So they would consider more easily like an established grihastha, and then all the society could follow the perfect example of this ashram, who became the center of attention of the Bengal society. So, like this, Lord Nityananda accepted Lord Chaitanya's instructions. It was not a matter of discussing or trying to negotiate, no? He took them full-heartedly, went for it, understanding that the Lord has the perfect instruction for every person, and especially for his dear associates. So took it as a big blessing and followed and successfully continued the mission. So these are the glories of the relationship between Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, the pastimes, just a drop of their pastimes. I know we are short today, so it's 8:25. Maybe you would like to share something more or ask questions. Don't want to delay your breakfast, especially for those who will go to Nimayapur.
Nityananda also can travel after he gets married. He can travel to any place where Mahaprabhu cannot go. I mean, Nityananda goes to pub and where people have Madira, alcohol. So sannyasi cannot go there. So Nityananda has this freedom, so that's why it's that reason. He can travel anywhere and preach anywhere, to any person.
Thank you for reminding that. That's a very important point also. And in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is mentioned like what I mentioned before, like was told by Lord Chaitanya to Murari Gupta. At one point, Lord Chaitanya came to Murari Gupta's house in the mood of Varaha, the bull incarnation. And he was roaring, and he was, really like having the form even of Varahadev. And Murari Gupta was shocked, he couldn't. And Lord Chaitanya told him, now pray, worship me, give a prayer for me. He said, I cannot give a prayer. Even the Vedas cannot glorify you properly. How can I glorify you? And he was so pleased, and they continued like this discussion. And there was a moment in all of that where Lord Chaitanya was so absorbed, thinking of Lord Nityananda, that Lord Balaram was not different from Lord Nityananda, that he had this meditation, that Lord Balaram is addicted to Varuni, no? There is a pastime when he was intoxicated with Varuni, and Lord Gorasunda was absorbing this pastime, and he said out loud like this, without any context, "Bring wine, bring wine." He was requesting his surroundings to bring wine, so absorbing this lila. And so, yeah, it's like bewildering, but Lord Nityananda had to make this step to preach in every town and village, to give it to everyone unconditionally. You know how Jagai and Madai could get the mercy if Lord Nityananda was not here. How could we get the mercy, in Kali Yuga, if Lord Nityananda would not be glancing upon us? So we understand from Chaitanya Bhagavat that we received a little bit of understanding of Lord Nityananda by his mercy, by Chaitanya's mercy. But now let's try to serve Lord Nityananda's mission in assisting Lord Chaitanya in the Sankirtan movement by taking any opportunity to share the holy names, books, prasadam, share in general Krishna consciousness with others. That will be the best way to please them and to fulfill the perfection of life. Actually, perfection of life is meant for others, not for ourselves. And Lord Chaitanya is so anxious to bring us back home. And the mood of a devotee is what? My Lord, don't worry, I will help you. Don't worry, my Lord, I will do it for you. I don't remember whose associate of Lord Chaitanya said this. I'm wondering if it's not Vasudev Tata, but some of the devotees said like this: "Don't worry, my Lord, we will do it." So in the same way, we should help our spiritual master fulfill this mission. So what are the lessons we can retain from that, from our own spiritual life? That we should be ready to take, any instruction as they are from our spiritual master, and try to just fulfill their mission. So for that, we need to understand their mission, and we can be grateful to our spiritual masters, and remembering also that we got the association of our spiritual master by the mercy of Sri Krishna. And now, by the mercy of the spiritual master, we can really reconnect Sambandha Gyan and practice this devotional service and ultimately attain this ultimate goal of prayojana of Krishna Prema by his mercy, by the spiritual master's mercy. So for that, to increase this pot of mercy, we need to fulfill the instructions as they are and be ready to make everything possible for fulfilling them. Whatever impediments seem to appear, these impediments are there for us to show our surrender and to make extra steps to revive our servitorship toward the Lord. Nothing else. Following in the footsteps of Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya, we can just pray and just do it. Not make too much theory or thinking I don't have enough knowledge to give books, I don't have enough skills to do kirtans or to share the holy name, to talk about Krishna with others. No, everyone can do it with whatever little understanding we may have. We can do it. How many times I saw devotees in Paris distributing books, and with those who received the books on this moment, they were also immediately distributing books themselves to others. No? You never saw that?
Yes, we saw.
Right.
So, everyone can do it. Even a small book. Even if you don't have the full understanding of the book, even if they didn't read the book, they could distribute it. So what to say if we are hearing every day the class, reading books ourselves, practice chanting 16 rounds? We can do it also. Just a matter of having a strong desire to do it. and mercy of the Vaishnavas, because if we offend the Vaishnavas, you will feel quite easily the difficulty to distribute books. If you don't follow a spiritual master's instruction, it will be also difficult, because all of this, these offenses, they are making a heavy weight on any services we are trying to perform for their lordships. So if at some point we feel like there's a block, something doesn't work, like we try, and our sadhana is somehow good, but still it doesn't work, it's not sweet, let's look at something deeper in our heart. Let's look what's going wrong, Let's inquire from devotees what's going on. This is an indicator that, there is something that is maybe not working, It's not a matter that a quantity of books, I don't distribute my quota of 100 books. No, it's not this. It's that the feeling of why doing the service, we are not connecting with Srila Prabhupada, with Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Nityananda. Another point may be also that we don't feel enough gratitude for them. We don't feel grateful for what we have. We think it's granted. We are so used, we live in temple or next to the temple like myself. Wow, there's breakfast every day, I'm going home or going there. Association of devotees, chanting round, it's easy with them. And then evening, okay, let me go to temples, there's again prasad. And everything is easy here, that's fine. But we don't realize that we are here, to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission, and that by his mercy we are here. And we forget to be grateful for that. And gratefulness is the mother of all qualities. So every day, attending the morning program is not only, to be for our sadhana, but it's to be grateful. To be grateful for what we have. To glorify the spiritual master, because by his mercy we are here and we can have a full benefit for our spiritual life. Okay, I'm being enthusiastic now, but it's time to stop so that you can all have the most merciful prasad, the form of the Lord. So attractive, so enchanting and accessible for everyone. Probably the most merciful form of the Lord, no? Except the whole name. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nityananda Prabhu ki jai.
Jiva Prana